This is Professor L.B.Gayakawad's English Literature Web. I myself is Professor L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today the topic non-verbal communication aspects. This is my lecture 317 and part 3rd. Before starting the lecture, I will request you all to like, share, subscribe and watch my YouTube channel. Then I will request again to see all these notes which I have put in the description box. Now we will turn to the topic. In part 2nd, we saw about the eye contact, that the eye contact makes the gestures by which the communication non-verbal happens, and this eye contact is the example of the verbal, that is the non-verbal communication. Now in the part 3rd, we are studying the next aspects of the non-verbal communication. The point is posture and body orientation. Here the point is that our body goes to develop our gestures, because when we are in front of some persons, we know that how to make the actions of our body, and that's why here the point is related with the development of the gestures, that is the body develops the gestures or the postures. Our body posture messages differently. It means that there are the different messages which come from the body. For example, standing straight means sometimes we stand straight, and leaning slightly means we lean or we go down. It means that we stand upward and lean sometimes. These messages show that the person is friendly or responsible. Means by all these messages we can observe that this person is friendly and he is the responsible person. It means these gestures show us without talking and writing, and that's why this is called the method of the non-verbal communication. We see closeness between a teacher and a student when they come before each other in the class. To show this closeness, they have their different body postures. Means the students have the different type of body postures, and the teachers have also the different type of body postures. It means their bodies function non-verbally. Non-verbally means, I will say here, that they do not use any kind of written communication or oral communication. It means they do not speak there and they do not write there, still their gestures do the communication, and that's why they do this thing non-verbally to communicate with each other in the class. While teaching in the class, the teacher looks at ceiling fan, walls and out of the window also. These are nothing but the gestures of the body of the teacher. This is nothing but his body language as the postures. But this body language creates idleness in learning, because this teacher is looking at the wall, at the ceiling fan, and he is looking out of the window also. Means when we see all these gestures, then we understand that this teacher is not interested in teaching his students, and that's why these postures are showing his laziness or idleness. The students cannot pay attention to the teaching of the teacher, because if the teacher is looking here and there and he is not taking interest in the teaching of the students, then it is quite possible that the students also will not pay attention to the lecture of the teacher, and this happens here with the students also, and they don't pay attention to the teacher. And such a teaching shows the disinterestedness and the teacher also fails here, so the teacher should avoid such body postures in the class when he is teaching. Now we are going to the next point, which is related with the non-verbal communication. The point is space and distance. In the non-verbal context, I will say the space is known as the place between the object and the people. Remember, when we discuss the space and distance, then we know the meaning that it is the place, or it is the space, or it is the particular, I will say, the equipment, the estate of the man. And this shows the relation between the persons, because we see that there are many bungalows at that person. So these bungalows means the place, and these bungalows show the social status of this gentleman. And so this space and distance are related with the social status of the man also. Space shows man's social position, which is an important of business communication. Remember, in the world of the business communication also, this space and distance is very much significant, I will say impressive, in the sense of that person, and that person is called the respective or prestigious person in the society. The people have the different standardized space expectations. Remember, when people live their social life, they think that their space and their distance should be so much standard, impressive, because this is the method of body postures, I will say, or this is the method of their impression, and that's why they have the different type of standard matters like this. By seeing the space, we know how standard that man is in the society. Means we understand the standard of this person in the society by seeing his space and distance, or I will say the bungalow or the building or his garden. We can understand his standard or his luxurious matter, or suppose luxurious status we know. So the luxurious people have their luxurious places, buildings or homes as their places, we can explain here. This space non-verbally communicates that their owner is luxurious, and when we see all these things, all these equipments, all these buildings, or I will say when we see all these estates of such persons, then we know that the owner is very much luxurious, or he is very much rich in society. When we see the space and distance of the home, our mind innerly says, oh, this man is very much luxurious. If the film star is there, people come very near to him, and if he is a beggar, people stands away from him. Remember, here we have taken two examples. If there is the film star, then people come to him because the film star has the limelight, the publicity, the popularity, and only because of this he has the particular space and distance, and that's why people come to him. And when there is the beggar, because that beggar has no space, that beggar has no status in the society, that's why people go away from him. This is the point we can say here, which is related with the space and distance of the non-verbal communication. It is nothing but the space and distance which people adopt. The more powerful person always claims more place. Remember, in the society we have seen that there are the rich persons, and the rich persons have the rich bungalows or the rich cars, or their estate is very much rich, and this is called the matter, or this is called the particular non-verbal communications. Means all these things tell us by gestures or by body postures or by, I will say, the space and distance that these persons are very much rich in society. And then there is no need of explaining in the words and orally. And that's why here these are the points which are showing us the non-verbal communication. As per our cultures, we get spacious and distance importance. Remember, and that's why we know culturally the importance of our space and distance, because if that gentleman is very big, then we stand very much away from him, or we cannot easily go to him because he has the spacious and distance background. And if there is the beggar, then we hate him and we go away from him. That is also the matter, because this beggar has no social status. In American culture, hall has 4 zones, means the American man has a hall, and that hall has 4 zones, means 4 sections, 4 sectors. The first is intimate. It is very much intimate, means the intimate things are there. Then personal, means personal things have been put there. And social, means it is very much useful for his social status. And then public, known as distance, then it is for the public, or there is the place given for the public. So here we have seen today the points by which we have explained the here communication, which is called the non-verbal communication. Again we will have a new topic. Then till then I will say here, thank you very much.